Now, if you have been paying attention to what is happening in Nigerian security right now, you already know something massive is going down, something that could change this country forever. Now, today we're going to be talking about how President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is systematically dismantling decades of Fulani and Northern dominance in Nigeria's military. This isn't conspiracy theory. This is pattern recognition. Watch this video to the end because what I'm about to break down will change how you see Nigerian politics and security forever. Before we look at what Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing, let's talk about why he is doing it. Nigeria is facing the worst security crisis in our history. Banditry, kidnapping, Boko Haram, ISWAP, Fulani header attack, the list goes on and on. And here is that part that nobody wants to say out loud. Most of this insecurity, it came from the north. I am not being tribalistic, I am being factual. When you talk about Boko Haram, northern Nigeria, banditry in Zamfara, Kaduna, Katsina, they are all northern Nigeria. Fulani militant attacks on farming communities across the Middle Belt and even into the south, northern Nigeria. Despite all this insecurity originating from the north, guess who has been running Nigeria's military and security apparatus for the past 40 years? Northerners, specifically Fulani and Hausa Fulani military elites. Think about that for a second. The region producing the most insecurity is also the region controlling the military response to that insecurity. And what has been the result? The insecurity keeps getting worse. Bandits are operating like the own state. Terrorists are collecting taxes in rural areas. Kidnappers are snatching people off highways in broad daylight. And you would think that the military has been managing it. No, they have been failing. And Nigerians, especially those in the south, they are beginning to ask dangerous questions. Is this failure? Is this incompetence? Or is this something else? Because when the people causing the problem are the same ethnic group running the military, people start connecting the dots. Is there a deliberate effort to keep the south destabilized? To justify military budget? To maintain northern control through fear? I am not saying that is true. But I'm saying people are asking questions. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he heard those questions loud and clear. Before we continue, let me make a passionate appeal. This analytic from YouTube shows that 96% of viewers haven't subscribed to Avalanche Media. When you subscribe, like and comment on the video, YouTube will push the video to more people. Please help Avalanche Media to reach more people and grow. Hit the subscribe button, smash the notification bell, like this video and comment. Thank you. Let me give you some history that schools won't teach you. After all, they don't even teach history in school. Since Nigerian independence in 1960, the military has been dominated by one ethnic group, the Fulani. Look at the list of military head of state. Gowon, Murtala Mohammed, Muhammadu Buhari, Babangida, Abacha. What do they have in common? Northern roots. Most of them Fulani or Hausa Fulani. Even in civilian administrations, the security architecture, Chief of Defense Staff, Chief of Army Staff, National Security Advisor, these positions have been heavily tilted towards the north, specifically Fulani elites. Why? Because after the Civil War, the north made a decision: we must never lose control of the gun in this country. And they built a system to ensure that through recruitment, through promotions, through the officer corps, through military academics, the military became a northern institution wearing a national uniform. And for decades, southern Nigerians just accepted it. Now let's get to the interesting part. And that is the part that Bola Ahmed Tinubu came in when he was sworn in as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He changed the Chief of Defense Staff. He changed the Chief of Army Staff. He changed the Chief of Naval Staff. He changed the Chief of Air Staff. Bola Ahmed Tinubu didn't just change this chief. He ensured that Southerners held top positions in the security chiefs. The new service chief under Bola Ahmed Tinubu represents a more diverse military leadership than we have seen in decades. Now this is what we have. National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Ribadu from Adamawa State. Chief of Defense Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oleyede from Ekiti State. Chief of Army Staff, Major General Waidi Shaibu from Kogi State. Chief of Air Staff, Air Vice Marshal Sunday Ke Aneke from Enugu State, Chief of Naval Staff Rear Admiral Idi Abbas from Kano State, Chief of Defense Intelligence Major General EAP Udiendenye from Cross River State, Director General Department of State Service Adiola Oluwatosin Ajayi from Osun State, Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetoku from Ogun State, Comptroller General Nigeria Immigration Service Kemi Nana Nandap from Ogun State. And now he recently replaced the Defense Minister Mohammed Badaro with Major General Christopher Musa Gwambin from Kaduna State, Southern Kaduna to be precise. It is not 100% Southerners. Tinubu is too smart for that. But it is balanced in a way that breaks the Fulani dominance. And this is courageous because for 60 years, no Southern president dared to touch the military ethnic composition. They were too scared, too worried about a coup, too worried about Northern backlash. But Tinubu, he basically said, I don't care about your backlash. This is my military now, and I'm restructuring it to reflect all of Nigeria, not just one region. For years, Southern Nigerians felt like second-class citizens in their own military. We saw people getting kidnapped, farmers getting killed, communities getting terrorized, and when they cried out for help, the response was always lackluster. Meanwhile, resources flowed to Northern military operations. Northern elites got protected, Northern interests got prioritized, and they were told, be patient, national security takes time, it is complex, but it wasn't complex when it was their own people dying. So Southern Nigerians started asking, why are we funding a military that doesn't protect us? Why are we paying taxes to a security structure that treats us like an afterthought? And when Bola Ahmed Tinubu came to power, he understood that frustration. Tinubu knows what insecurity looks like when it's spread from the north to the south. He has seen kidnapping increase. He has seen banditry creep into the southwest. He has seen the fear in people's eyes, and he made a decision. I am not going to manage this insecurity. I am going to restructure the system that created it. That's why the military shake-up is so important. It is not just about ethnic representation. It's about breaking the culture that allows insecurity to fester. Because here is the uncomfortable truth. As long as the military was dominated by people from the same ethnic group producing the terrorists, there was always going to be a conflict of interest. You can't expect a Fulani-dominated military to aggressively eliminate Fulani bandits. There is too much ethnic solidarity. Too much, this is our people, let's negotiate. But when you bring in officers from communities that have suffered from that violence, they have no sympathy. They have no ethnic ties to protect. They just want the problem solved. And that's what Tinubu is betting on. He's betting that a more diverse military, one that represents all of Nigeria's ethnic groups, will be more effective at fighting insecurity because no single ethnic group will be able to shield their criminals. And as usual, the Northerners are upset. They are making noise. They are saying Tinubu is marginalizing the North. He is destroying national unity. He is dividing the military along tribal lines. But let's be real about what they are actually saying. They are upset that they lost control of the military. For 60 years, Northern elites had a veto power over Nigerian politics because they control the gun. If a Southern president did something they didn't like, the threat of a coup was always there. We saw it with Shonekan, we saw it with Jonathan, and recently, we saw it with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Every Southern leaders know that if they push too hard, the military could move against them. But Tinubu, he has removed that threat. By purging and restructuring the military, he has made it clear, I control the gun now, not you. And the Northern elites are panicking because with that military control, they have lost their main leverage over Nigerian politics. They can't threaten instability. They can't threaten coup. They can't hold the country ransom. So what are they doing instead? They are crying marginalization. But here's the actual truth. For 60 plus years, the South was actually marginalized in the military. And when they complained, they were told to stop being tribalistic. But here's the real deal. What Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing isn't just about changing a few faces at the top. This is about restructuring Nigeria's entire security architecture from top to bottom. This is a systematic overhaul of how Nigeria approaches security, and at the center of it is one simple principle: diversity equals effectiveness. For too long, Nigeria's security agencies were dominated by one region, one ethnic group, one network, and that created blind spots. When everyone in your security council comes from the same background, you get groupthink. You get blind loyalty to ethnic interests instead of national interests. But when you diversify, you get different perspectives, different approaches, different solutions. A middle belt officer sees the banditry problem differently than a Fulani officer. A southern intelligence analyst interprets Boko Haram differently than a northern analyst. A southeast police commissioner approaches herder-farmer conflict differently than a northwest commissioner. That's the point. Diversity isn't just about fairness or representation, it is about effectiveness. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not restructuring the military to punish the North. He's restructuring it to make it more effective at protecting all Nigerians. But of course, when you take power away from people who have had it for 60 plus years, they are going to call it marginalization. And there is a reason why Bola Ahmed Tinubu is bold enough to do all of this. There's a reason why Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going against the North. For a long time, we've all meant to believe that for you to become president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, you need the northern vote. But Bola Ahmed Tinubu seems not to concern himself about the northern vote because he believes that he has the southern base at a lockdown. In previous elections, southern president always knew if I push too hard, the military might go against me, the North will go against me. But in 2027, Tinubu doesn't have that fear because he controls the military. So he can campaign aggressively, he can make bold promises, he can push southern interests without worrying about a coup. That's an unprecedented power for a southern president, and it's all because he had the courage to restructure the military in his first term. Other southern presidents were too scared. They thought, if I touch the military, they will remove me. But Tinubu did the opposite. He said, if I don't touch the military, I will never be safe. So I am restructuring it now while I have the chance. So going into 2027 general election, Tinubu is in the strongest political position any southern president has ever been in. Look at what they did to Goodluck Ebele Jonathan in 2015. They can't try that with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I know you're going to ask a big question. What happens if Bola Ahmed Tinubu leaves office and a northerner takes over? Like I said, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not doing tribalism. He balanced the appointment. He makes sure that every region in Nigeria is represented in a security council. So it is up to you to vote a northerner that will not be tribalistic and change the entire security architecture back to northern affairs. I know some of you watching this video will be furious. You will like, this guy is supporting Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Avalanche Media has taken bribe from APC. No, I have not taken any single bribe from APC. I am just an analyst. Everything I've said in this video is based on patterns, on data, and on history. I am not making up fact that insecurity in Nigeria has primarily originated from the north. That's factual. I am not making up fact that Tinubu restructured the military and changed the service chief. That happened. And as a matter of fact, I'm not going to vote for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Come 2027 general election campaign, I will use my platform to campaign for Mr. Peter Obi. I still remain an obedient, but we need to say the truth as it unfolds. I am Avalanche Media. I bring you the truth like an avalanche, fast, heavy, and unstoppable. Stay informed, stay vigilant, stay ready. If you like this video, please help Avalanche Media to grow and reach wider audience. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, smash the like button, comment your thought, and share this video. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.